Margaret, and I've got the perils and joys of having everybody home. Well, actually, my son hasn't made it home yet, but it's really hard to film because we have an open plan house and I can hear what's going on in every room, so it's kind of hard. So yesterday I went outside to film and I used my GoPro, and I still haven't figured out the proper settings for doing a blog type video yet, so I'm still working on that. Didn't like the way it came out. And today we have lawnmower people cutting all nearby, and so the sound was horrendous. So here I am trying this little section, but I can hear my daughter talking on the phone upstairs, so I hope you can't hear it, but that's life. Do you know what this is? A finished Green Leaf Mitten. See, I finished one and I'm about this much finished on the second one. And it turned out really well, and it's the silver spun yarn that I just absolutely went crazy for, and it actually works to use your phone. I'm going to demonstrate. Watch. Swipe. Ha! Oh, I had it on YouTube. But look, see? You can press the button and it works right through the mittens. If I can see what I was doing. Isn't that great? Silver spun yarn. So I will put a link in the description box where you can get this, but I want you to look in the near future. I'm going to do a full review about this and how it felt to work with it, etc., 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 but I want to finish the other mitten first. So, really good stuff. Now, there's a reason why I didn't finish that mitten. Not because I didn't enjoy the pattern, because that's a great pattern, but because I got totally sidetracked thanks to Erin, Gimme Yarn 418. She has started designing patterns, and I got to be a test knitter. And this is the first one that I did. And please don't go by my knitting. Ah, there you can see the pattern, I think. I had difficulty with the pattern showing up, not because of the way the pattern was written or anything. It's actually fantastic, but it was the yarn that I used. Now, I tried to film this last week while I was in the process of it and got entirely, we were just too busy. We had so many things going on. I did film it, I just never could edit it. So let me insert a little clip here where I talked about this and the yarn that I used. But I'm learning a little something here. I am using Bernat Sheepish, that Vicky Howell yarn. And while I love the yarn a lot, as a matter of fact, what I forgot about it is that it has, you can't really tell by looking at the strands, but as you're working with it, it goes thick and thin, and that kind of hinders the pattern. You can't see it as well. So now, of course, we don't know what it'll look like once I get it wet and, you know, block it and whatnot, and it is an acrylic, so generally you don't have to block acrylics, but in this case, if you can see, the fibers separate themselves. I don't know if I can show you, and I just have a hunch that it might, something may be different when I get it wet. I don't know, so we'll just live and learn. But on the upside, I realized that it's virtually the same type of yarn as this Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable. Now, I'm quite fond of this. It is an acrylic. If you've ever used Red Heart Super Saver and you haven't used this, don't even think about comparing them. They're nothing alike. This is very soft for an acrylic, and it is, the colors blend so well. I just love them. They're those long color changes, gradual color changes, but they don't have a solid. And there was a time last summer when I was tossing around the idea of possibly doing an Afghan, which is stupid because I can't do any projects that last that long. But I needed a solid color for the main color, and I was going to use one of these for the variegation. It was owls. I think if you saw that, if you were with me all the way back then, you'll remember that owl afghan. It's really cute. Never could do it. It's just not for me. But if you need a solid or a companion yarn, this Bernat Sheepish is great companion yarn to this. Virtually the same type of fiber. The way in which it is spun, I guess. I don't know, because it's acrylic. It's not, I don't know, but it's very similar. Even has that ever so slight sheen to it and a halo effect. Can you see the two? So that was a really good association that I found out there. So keep that in mind if you need a solid color to go with this. Red Heart Unforgettable. Now I have yet to block this. It is acrylic, so I'm not sure if that's actually going to do any good with blocking, but I don't see how it can't. I was reading in techknitting.com that whenever you find an old, vintage, hand-knitted item, it looks like the stitches are perfect. And what she pointed out was that it's because it's been worn and washed and worn and washed, and all those stitches have a way of finagling themselves into their proper position. And so people say you can't block acrylic, and theoretically that doesn't really make sense. Over time it's going to block itself anyway. So I'm going to put this in the washer and I'll let you know how that comes out, because it is acrylic, and that's how I'm going to treat it, is wash it in the washer. But let me ask you this. When you are not pleased with a yarn that you use, what's the next logical course of action? To knit another one, of course. And that's what I did. Now you'll see that it's a little bit more narrow because I only did 2 of the required 3 repeats. Is that how that went? 3 or 4, something like that. And I used Red Heart Soft with this. And there, I think you can see that better. It did come out a little bit better, but I do know that I have tension issues. And I notice that the pattern that you choose when you're learning and you have tension issues, one pattern may be easier to do than another to keep your tension. And with this one, switching back and forth with the purl, it's not bad. I'm not saying it's horrendous, but I can definitely tell that I have skills to work on. But isn't it a great pattern for those of you who can just whip it out like nothing? I mean, I just love it. So I can't wait to get this washed so that it will show up better, and I'll be sure to show it to you when I do. So I'm not sure if Erin has released this pattern yet or not, but we will keep you posted on that. Now, it's no secret that I love learning, and I got some yak fiber. It's actually yak and merino spun together, 75% yak down and 25% super fine merino. And it was sent to me by Bijou Basin Ranch, and I want to tell you what, this is some cool fiber. And before I even cracked the wrapper on this one, because I'm using the green, I got on their website and started looking, and they have some wonderful videos all about how they started it and about yaks. And it was so interesting. I'm going to do a full review on this as well, but the first thing I want to point out is that it is extremely light, and this is a fingering weight. And what that means to me is that you have the warmth without the weight and bulk. So you can do beautiful, lacy, light, feminine looking things, but when you wrap it all around, you're going to have the warmth, and that is an extra plus. So anyway, we'll talk about that later. But what am I doing with it? Clearly I'm on a cowl kick. I am doing this basket weave, and don't you love the way the colors, the different colors show up in this die? I just loved it. And my tension, I'm proud to say I'm pleased with on this. I I really do believe that a hand wash and blocking will actually make this come out great. I am on a cowl kick, I think, because you don't have to do any decreases and they're fast projects like hats. And I really, I like those fast short-term commitments. So this is really fun. So I'm going to put a link in the description box to this basket weave pattern just because I have had such a good time with it. Every row is a little bit different. So it keeps your attention. You have to pay attention. I've had to think back several times because I would be watching something on TV and you'd be like, oh, what the heck did I just do? And have to go backwards. So, but it's great. It's really good. And this yarn is so fun. So we'll be talking about that again in the future. Now, I can see by the comments that y'all are liking my visitors that are coming by to see me, and or to see us, I think I should say. So I have a few more to put in there. I'm going to continue to leave this open until you don't see the invitation anymore, okay? And through this little activity, a lot of you have decided to go ahead and begin making your own videos. And I'm also going to put a link, probably somewhere up here. If you're on a computer, you should be able to just click it and it will take you to my video where I show you the beginning. It's how to get started on YouTube and using Windows Movie Maker, which is a free Windows app for editing. Is editing necessary? No, it's not necessary, but it makes watching a video a lot easier. You can cut out all those things like setting up a camera, when your text goes off and you have to watch, like when my kids are in school, I definitely pick up that text or the phone call right away. Well, of course, we don't want to see you talk or text or whatever, so you can chop that out. Or coughing fits. You can get rid of that. Or if you forget something and you need to go get it, boy, do I do that a lot. Forget my stuff and have to run and go get it. You can chop all that out so that we have the meat of what you need to tell us. So is it necessary? No. But if you're interested in learning with Windows Movie Maker, which is free and probably one of the easiest ones, we'll put you a link. It'll be in the description box if you can't see that. And from what I understand, YouTube now has a feature called cards, which will put a little link up here, and they say you can use this with an iPhone, iPad, tablet device of some sort. I don't know. We'll have to investigate that itself. So I'm going to put a card up here. It will briefly say what it is, and then you'll see a little black circle with an I in it for information. That will... I'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that works. So now let's see who's coming to visit today. Oh, see?
Hi, Margaret. I'm Wendy, and I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm this yarn mom on Ravelry and on Instagram. I totally enjoy watching Sheepishly Sharing. You're the first podcast that I ever really became interested in. And I think I watched every episode that you made, with the exception of the Addie ones, because I don't have an Addie, but I really enjoy your podcasts, and you really introduced me to the online yarn community. I've been knitting and crocheting for about the last 5 years. I'm a homeschool mom. I actually have a really big family. I have 8 kids. My oldest is 34 and my youngest is 14. I'm only homeschooling the last 2 now. Everyone else is grown up. So anyway, I have more time for things like this now. I started about 5 years ago knitting and crocheting because it was more portable, and it seemed like a lot of what I was doing was driving some of my teenagers to this and then waiting for them, and to that and then waiting for them. So I'm the kind of a knitter and crocheter that has a lot of things on the needles and hooks, and I thought I would just show you 2. I am about to polish off the Handbrake Cowl, which is living in one of my Erin Give Me Yarn 418 bags, my favorite one of her bags. I love her bags. So the Handbrake Cowl, I've totally enjoyed that. And then one other thing that I'm working on is a Bavarian crochet blanket for a friend of mine who's moving, and so it's kind of a going away gift for her. So anyway, I really enjoy your podcast and never miss an episode. And God bless you. And thank you so much for the opportunity to say hi.
Hi, I'm Debbie, otherwise known as Daisy Moonbeam online. I'm making this video for Margaret's introduction series of the yarn community and the knitting community. I live in Texas. I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so I'm a Texan through and through, and I bet you can tell that by the way I talk. I hand knit, machine knit, loom knit, crochet, so I like gourmet cooking, anything that has to do with animals, and just in general, making things pretty. I make socks. I'm working on a beaded cowl, and sometimes I dye yarn. The only thing I really don't do at this point is spin, and I'm probably going to get into that soon also. So that's a little bit about me. I can be found on Ravelry at Daisy Moonbeam-Debi, D-E-B-I, on Instagram at Daisy Moonbeam, and my video podcast on YouTube is Daisy Moonbeam. So I hope to see you there, and I'd love to get to know you and meet you and expand my community and the people that I know that are interested in the same thing that I am. Thanks.
Hey Margaret and everyone watching. First off, thank you Margaret for giving everyone this opportunity, and I think this is a really cool idea for all of us that are watching you to kind of meet each other through videos. My name is Cheree. I'm from AllThingsHandCrafted on YouTube and Instagram. I've been watching your channel since July or August, and I had no idea that people actually sat down and showed what they were working on and posted it to YouTube. I just thought that was so cool because I also don't have very many people around me that I can just blabber about crochet and knit and spinning. But anyways, I have been crocheting for about 7 years now, self-taught from a book. I recently learned how to spin back in October using a drop spindle, and I just recently bought a wheel about a month ago, and this is my most recent spin. And I also recently learned how to knit back in January, and this will be a hat someday. And that's all I got. See ya.
Hi, Margaret. I just wanted to stop by to say hello and to tell you thank you for all of your infinite wisdom that you have given me, and also to stop by to show you some things that I have been inspired to work on. And I'm going to insert a picture here. So how do you think I did? I hope I did okay. I hope I made you proud. I followed your techniques that you gave us on your how to enhance your photos if you're trying to sell items. I hope I did you proud. I don't have a good camera. All I had was my iPad, and I used the app called Photo Blur. My daughter actually blurred the background for me. So I think it came out pretty good for my first time. You've inspired me to start my own crochet channel. On that channel, I'm going to show things that I've been making, as well as my successes or failures at my craft shows. Well, that's all I have to say for now. Until next time, see you later, Margaret. Bye.
Hi, Margaret. Hi, everyone. My name is Esmerelda, and I am married. I've been married for about 8 years now. We have a son, Ezekiel. I think you could see him back there.
And we can right here.
We have a dog named Leia, a cat named Candy, and I learned to crochet about 4 years ago, and I really enjoy it. I'm very much addicted, and I don't know how to really read patterns. I'm pretty much, I look at something and try to do my own. I've looked for inspiration with a lot of talented people. Pam, Z, Blake, Barry, Lucas, Amy, Jan, Erin, Yolanda, Claire, Dump for Stump, and I've really enjoyed it. I love photography, scrapbooking, just now learning to sew. I'm excited about that. I got a sewing machine for my birthday, and I'm itching just to make something, but no, I can't do that. So, and right now I'm working on a I don't know, fishnet top, is that what it's called, for my sister? I'm going out to California this weekend, and I want to have it done by then. Anyway, I really enjoy watching everyone's videos. My son's been encouraging me to start my own, and but like I mentioned before, I don't like being on the camera, so this is new to me. I feel kind of weird, so I'm hiding behind the couch, kind of. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see more of your stuff, and yeah, God bless you. Bye-bye.
All right, so that's all I've got for this week, and hopefully, let's see, this coming week should be better. The following week I have to teach preschoolers at Vacation Bible School, so that's going to be really fun for me. So yeah, that's all for now. Talk to you soon. Bye.